Hey guys, right now I'm just browning some butter. I'm making some chocolate chip cookies. Instead of using semi-sweet chocolate chips, I use a whole bar of 100% cacao chocolate. I have eggs, vanilla, salt, 2 types of sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar instead of light brown sugar, and some granulated sugar. And then the recipe also calls for baking soda. I will leave the link to the recipe below. I have tried so many chocolate chip cookie recipe over the years, and this one turned out very successful. I've made it twice now, and this is my third time making it, so I know this recipe works. Before, when I first starting out on my baking journey, my cookies were flattened. I brought it to a party and everyone laughed, and I was like, I swear I would never bake again. And now I feel like once I find the right recipe, never say no to anything. Like before, I used to hate cinnamon buns, but now I'm obsessed with cinnamon buns because I try to make them myself at home, and it is so good. And it doesn't always have to be so cold and hearty and too sweet. You know, when you make it at home, you can literally make it however you want in any baked goods. It's a common sense that it's always better hot, freshly off the oven. So there are actually a lot of bakeries in New York that make really good cinnamon buns, and I have a few favorites. But I think for this month, I'm going to go to the city and give a few more cinnamon bun versions a try, and then we'll do a roundup of my favorite spots in the city. Yeah, my butter is browning very nicely. I'm just moving things around using my silicone spatula. And this spatula is my favorite ever because it's a spoon and a spatula all at once, so I can be able to clean up, scrape up everything without damaging the material. I'm just gonna transfer to this heat-proof glass bowl. You can see my kitchen, I have a lot of things that are colorful because I can, but for my living space, I keep it all white. Firstly, it's because we are not allowed to drill any holes. We have to preserve all of the historic molding and details. And white aesthetic used to be popular a couple of years back, but now people are leaning away from it. There are a lot of colors, a lot of texture, a lot of vintage elements and pops of color in interior. Obviously, it's very hard to keep an all white for a long time, especially if in the future I plan to have kids or have other people join me in my household, then it's very hard to keep that all white aesthetic. So I'm just gonna ride that wave as long as I can. Now that the butter has cooled down, I'm going to add in sugars. I'm using 200 grams of packed brown sugar. You can use light or dark. I'm using dark sugar. And 50 grams of granulated sugar. The trick here is that you shouldn't overmix your batter. Now I'm going to add in an egg and 1 egg yolk. 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. I know it sounds like a lot of vanilla, but that's what the recipe calls for. Next, I'm gonna add 220 grams of AB flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Gently fold all ingredients together. Then we're going to fold in our chocolate chips or chopped up chocolate. Now I am going to cool down this mixture in the fridge for 10-15 minutes, and then we'll roll out our cookie dough into balls, and then we'll freeze it for at least an hour. Just like this. I let the cookie dough chill in the fridge for 10-15 minutes. Now the batter hardens up a little bit. It helps rolling up these cookie dough balls a lot easier. I'm gonna use my ice cream scooper. Should I oil my hand? I feel like I should. Okay. Because I use dark brown sugar, so the cookie looks very dark. But I love it.
Another fair relationship, guess it's back to situationships, till this whole dying soul feels half alive. I've looked for opportunity from East LA to Tennessee, and I hope it comes by 2025. There's a 4-way stop on a 1-way road, and that 210 view never felt like home.
I have about 15 cookie dough balls. I'm gonna freeze this for an hour, and then we'll bake half of this amount, and then we'll save the other half for another day. Guys, I am going to show you how I organize some of my beddings. Yesterday I went to Ikea and I bought a stack of these nylon storage cubes. These come with a zipper. So I have a bunch of these already downstairs in the basement. What's nice about these is that I can be able to categorize and store certain type of clothing item in each bag. This one time I used this to store my Halloween and Christmas wreath. I just need to use some filler paper bubble wraps to help adding some padding in between, but it's these. And then what's also nice about these is the fact that you can be able to stack on top of each other and they fit nicely in larger boxes in case you need to move in the future. And that's why I like it. And every time if something rips, if the zipper breaks, you can easily replace it. And these are slightly sheer as well, and I can be able to see exactly what I have inside. So I also bought this. This is kind of like an under the bed storage situation because I used to have one, but mine broke. So yesterday when I was at Ikea, I saw these and I decided to pick one up. It's because I have that bag of linen sheets over there. I wanted to be able to kind of pull it in and out often because I have family and friends that come stay. So I have to constantly pull out this a lot more often, so it tends to rip. So I wanted to pick up something. Oh no, these are the shoes. I thought it's the under the bed storage compartment that I can be able to pull it in and out easily, but no. So I made a mistake. So these are shoe storage compartment. I mean, these are great. It's also called scrub. I thought I got the right or correct item, but you gotta pay attention to the item number too. I don't think I need these. Oh, going to Ikea is such a trip and it is so annoying. Should I just might as well place an order on Amazon? I don't want to have to like go back to Ikea and do a return just for these. So we are going to pivot. I'm going to keep it as is. Like in here I have all of my swimwear, some nice dresses, and then in here I have the linen bedding foam parachute, Brooklinen, Sijo, just things that I need to get access in quick. These go underneath the bed like this. Frame, I also have shoe boxes down here, like for example these Kate boot boxes. I sneak them down here even though they're empty. Sometimes for certain kind of shoes I would prefer to keep the original boxes, so then when in the future if I want to consign them or sell them online, then I can sell the shoes with a little bit of a better value with this bag and a box. I don't know, for some reason today I just have no energy and no motivation to do things. I tend to get like random bursts of energy during the day at the most random days. Okay, now I'm just staring at that pile of clothes where you guys are. I'm like desperately in need of a bigger dresser so that I could fit all of my clothes. Like I have so many tank tops and t-shirts, and now that winter is here, so many of my sweaters don't have a place to stay. Like my drawers are so small for them and I can't hang them either. Like I've already utilized all of the hangers.
This is truly meant for me. Why the hell am I still out here waiting? Don't know why the city lights don't shine on me. Break my back and grind my teeth for a paycheck. It's all I'm meant to be. Just stuck in the in-between. Didn't think I'd ever get this lonely. All these holes in my chest from the war inside. Baited by the hook and now I'm terrified to look at my story through somebody else's eyes. There's a four-way stop on a one-way road, and that 210 view never felt like home. If this is truly meant for me, why the hell am I still out here waiting? Don't know why the city lights don't shine on me. Break my back and grind my teeth for a paycheck. It's all I'm meant to be.
Hey guys, I'm changed again, wearing a different version of sweats. I just took out my frozen cookie doughs. I'm going to stick them in the oven to bake for 10 to 12 minutes. First, I want to make myself some tea using my new mug. I was going to make some matcha, but I've been drinking oat latte for most part of today, so I feel like no more milk for me today. This is the mug that I'm going to use today. It is the Sophie ceramic mug that I just got from First Bloom, the pop-up shop in the Lower East Side. I'm so proud of myself because I've made a lot of progress in terms of my wardrobe, and the living space looks so nice now. Okay, a tip to keep your tea or any hot drinks hot is that you should pour in some hot water to warm up the mug. My water is a little bit hot because I forgot to turn down the temperature, but tea brewing temperature should be 168 or 178. It's within that range. And right now, all I have is this matcha green tea from the brand Trieu. Usually I prefer the traditional green tea, bright green color, the classic one. I give this jasmine tea version a try, but I think the jasmine is a little bit too strong and it turns my green tea color into this dark green color, which I don't really like so much. But usually if you go for the classic, the tea is bright green and I love that. Just gonna go for one bag today. Usually at nighttime when I need a little bit of a boost in terms of energy, I would do 2 bags. And that is the reason why I don't fall asleep, not until like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. So far I feel like today's video is so boring because I'm just feeling like blah. I'm just running around and just feeling frustrated all morning and haven't had time to do much yet. I think it's also because it's at the end of the year and there are not a lot of like exciting brand collabs and opportunities, because also a lot of brands are closing out on their campaigns. I felt like I'm so glad that I was away, because otherwise if I were in New York, like sitting at home, I would be so anxious to having to post a lot of content. But when I was away, I felt like I could just put everything behind. Like I get so many messages and emails from brands asking nicely to like promote products and promote things. And yes, I've received a lot of products in PR as gifts, but they also always put that kind of disclaimer at the bottom saying it would be nice if you help promote these products, even though posting is not obligated. But then at the same time, I feel obligated every time, but then I try my best. And sometimes I would only talk about the products that I actually like. And that's why I'm being very picky with the products that I accept now these days, even though it's PR, it's gifted, it's free, but it's not free, if that makes sense. So it's always like in exchange for content kind of thing. So here's my tea. Oh, it's a little bit hot. My cookies are ready. Oh, they spread a little bit. There's like a trick to fix cookies that are spreading a little bit too much. I think it's also because I added the dark chocolate in here and it got melted really quickly. You can use a glass cup, something like this, to reshape your cookie into the circle shape when it's still hot. Finishing touches, I'm gonna add in flaky salt. I have it in this really cool salt sphere. This is modern salt. Okay guys, now I am going to enjoy my cookies, drink my tea, and continue embroidering. I started this project this morning. I just started like sitting down. It's very nostalgic to me because it was one of the craft projects that I used to do back in the day when I was in elementary school and even secondary school. And I would oftentimes ask my mom how to do it, and I realized I'm not the person who can be very meticulous and detail oriented. Like doing these kind of craft project like embroidery requires a bunch of detail work and patience, and I realized I didn't have that growing up. But now it's kind of nice to like get started on one of these childhood hobbies, but it's still fun to do once in a while. So this is a guide. They basically tell you what kind of stitches. So for example, the leaves require chain stitches. I'm not familiar with all of these English terms, but there are graphics in the back. Whatever I don't know, I can easily go on TikTok or YouTube to research. The petals, these are called satin stitch, long and short stitch, stem stitch, French knot. I used to do this as a school project back in the day, so it comes to me very naturally. But yeah, I think it's a really fun project to do on the holidays when you're just sitting around. I know my cousin started crocheting and she started knitting. I did that every once in a while back in the day, but then I never follow up with it. But remember, I showed you this sunflower crochet coaster that she made. And now I use it at my coaster now. It's so cute. And look at my cookies. I'm so excited to eat my cookies. And then I'll probably catch up with this project while watching some TikTok or YouTube vlog. I also have a little scissors to cut thread, very convenient. And this is my embroidery needle that it comes with. It's really bulky. It's fun and easy.